That's the test of true service and true alignment. As you said, I like the way you framed it before, to be aligned with Ratzon Hashem, to be aligned with God's will. How do we align?
אלוהי, נשמה שנתת בי, טהורה.
But better later than never, yeah?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
We made it.
here we are. So good morning again, and we are in Netivot Shalom, the Slonimer, on page Kuf Aleph. והשם הולך לפניהם יומם בעמוד ענן ולילה בעמוד אש. And that's the title of the paragraph where we're starting. And again, we're on page Kuf Aleph in Netivot Shalom. Rabbi Shalom Melch Berzhovsky, the late of Yerushalayim, and his commentary on the pasuk, "V'Adonai holech lifnehem yomam be'amud anan linchotam haderech ve'layla be'amud esh la'ir lahem lalechet yomam ve'layla." That's the pasuk. It's a very interesting pasuk, and God is walking before them or moving before them during the day as a pillar of cloud to guide them, to guide their way, and Valayla at night to illuminate for them so they can walk day and night. And in fact, pay attention to how this pasuk ends. So they can walk day and night, and that's that's a point that the Slonimer is going to open up for us, because let me give you the end and the beginning a little bit, and that is that the expectation in life is that we walk day and night. We keep walking. Sometimes I don't want to walk. Sometimes I want to sit down. Sometimes I want to go horizontal. Sometimes it's like I just want to quit. And the Torah here is saying to us, walk during the day and also keep walking during the night. During the day it's easy, but during the night what? Okay, so let's jump here into the words of the Slonimer. Bekohelet Nemu Kaf Chet Itim. So we know the famous Ecclesiastes. We know the famous 28 verses of לכל עת, לכל זמן ועת, לכל חפץ. Everything, there's a time and season for everything under the sun, says Ecclesiastes Kohelet in chapter 3. So he says there's 28 verses there. 14 verses are for the things that are good or positive, and 14 verses are for the things that are negative. There's time for peace, time for war, right? There's all these opposites. There's times for illness, time for health, etc. לכל זמן ועת לכל חפץ, שאת כולם ברא השם יתברך לתכלית רצונו יתברך, שהכל ברא לכבודו. That the point is that the Creator, the Holy One, blessed be, created everything, both the good things and the negative things, for a purpose. וכמו שהקדוש ברוך הוא מעביר יום ומביא לילה, והכל לכבודו, and just like the Holy One, מעביר יום ומביא לילה, brings, how do you translate מעביר יום ומביא לילה? Brings the day and brings the night, right? Kind of passes
through.
Passes the time, right? Yeah. So in other words, it's inherent in the world that we pass through seasons, pass through time. We pass through the day, pass through the night. We pass through the winter, through the summer. We pass through, but particularly here, this is from Mariv, Mavir Yom, Laila, right? You bring on the day, you bring on the night. You bring on the day, you bring on the night. There's this kind of rhythm. Yes.
Right. The idea being that everything going back to Kehelis with the a time for this, a time for that. Everything it's organic. It's natural. The natural and organic way that God set up the world was that not everything is working here.
Flat,
everything is created
yeah.
with a balance, with a balance, and so but that's the way it has to be, as we'll see.
It's just part of
right, and that alone is enough to give someone chizuk, encouragement,
right.
As we'll see, as the Slonimer is going to explain, is how a person can take a lot of chizuk from this idea.
You take strength from it because why? Because if it's cyclical like that, when you're down, I think what Nachman said, Yerida Hashem Aliyah, right? So the descent is for the purpose of the ascent.
Yeah, and just by the way, just parenthetically, these things snowball with ideas. But we have this week coming up soon. We have Tu B'Shvat, because you were mentioning Tu B'Shvat, the 15th day of Shvat. Basically, a tree in winter.
Yeah.
This time of winter, you look, the trees are dead. There's no leaves on the tree. It looks like it's dead.
That's right.
But what's happening now in the middle of the winter is inside there.
It's already.
It's moving. All right. The sap is beginning to rise up. There's like renewal of life happening.
Right.
It looks like death, but it's really a renewal of life.
That's right.
And
Kach gam b'chayei adam. So he says, the Slonimer says, just like Hashem is, brings the night and then brings the day and then brings the night and brings the day, kach gam b'chayei adam. It's so in the life of any human being. Kadosh Baruch Hu yotzer or v'orei choshech. From Isaiah, right? So the Holy One, blessed be, is forming light and creating darkness in each of our lives, right? There's the seasons, the internal seasons. So Hashem has created within a human being times of light and times of darkness. And the purpose of it is everything is created for God's for God's, I want to translate this as God's awareness. Chodo is God's glory. But what does it really mean, God's glory? It's for us to connect with, right, the greater order of things. That there is a greater order. Right. How would you connect it here?
Well, in other words, there's God's ratzain, His will, what God wants, and then there's what I want.
Exactly.
And when a person, so the idea here is that if I can align my life with the ratzain of the universe of God,
with the will
of God, and then I become then I'm not swimming against the current.
Right.
Then I'm moving with the current.
Right.
And what appeared to me is a big wave crashing towards me.
Right.
Now I'm riding that wave.
Yeah.
And
it's
that
just
leads
a change of attitude.
It's just a change of perception.
Yeah. So he continues to say, just like my appreciations of the Kadosh Baruch Hu comes from the times of light, the times of ease, the same way the appreciation of the Holy One, of the greater order, comes also from the times of darkness, right? The purpose of creation is for one to keep walking day and night, as the pasuk says. Under all circumstances, a person should keep serving the Holy One and like you said, being aligned with the will of Hashem Yitbarach, the Holy One, blessed be, as is expected, as you're called for at any given time. It's a beautiful but also challenging piece of Torah here, right? It's so human. I just want to have compassion for our humanity. It's so human to say, it's like it's so human to be ecstatic and connected and loving the whole world when the sun is shining.
Right.
But it's also human to be, I want out when the sun is not shining.
Right.
So I think ultimately Hashem has compassion for us about that too. But the calling for growing, for growth, I think is what the Slonimer is pointing out in this pasuk. That we should be. The challenge is to keep walking. The Buddhists, by the way, call that equanimity. That's the term.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a popular term in sort of spiritual circles. You should have the same attitude no matter what the circumstances.
Right. The Baal Shem Tov said the same thing. Ishvastus.
Mm-hmm.
Shivisi Hashem lenegdi sami. Shivis shave.
Right.
He touched that. He translated that as shave. Shivisi Hashem lenegdi samid. It's all the same to me.
And literally shave and equanimity equal.
There you go. Same idea. All these great ideas. Common thread throughout all the great thinkers of history.
ובזוהר הקדוש, חטא חלק ב' מ"ו, in the Zohar it says, Ita, it's brought, ואדוני הולך לפניהם יומם בעמוד ענן דה אברהם. When the verse says, and God is walking before them during the day as a cloud of as a pillar of cloud, is referring to Abraham. Velayla b'amud esh, and at night as a pillar of fire, is hinting to Yitzchak, Avram and Yitzchak. Shem bet hamidot ava v'yirah, who stand for the two, both sefirot and qualities of love and awe, or fear, right? So Avram is love, and Yitzchak is fear,
right?
Or awe, depending on context. ומרומז בזה הדרכים לבית העיתים בחיי יום ובחיי לילה. And this is hints to two different paths that are that parallel these two seasons, the season of day and the season of night, or the season of ease and season of hardship. Adonai holech lifneim yomam, and God is walking before them during the day. B'zmanim she'or liyudi, those are the times that everything is bright and shining for a person. Az tzarich la'avod l'Hashem yitbarach b'midat ha'ava shehi hatachlit. Then a person should serve the Holy One with the quality of love, which is the ultimate purpose. Ke'omro l'nchotam haderech, as it says, l'nchotam b'derech, to guide them on the way. So this is he's referring back to the verse and says, why does it say God will walk before them during the day as a pillar of cloud, l'nchotam haderech, to show them the way? In fact, it's a very good question, because who needs to show them the way during the day? You see?
Right.
He said,
Right.
But the pasuk says to show them the way during the day, right? So he says, what does it mean that God needs to show them the way as a pillar of cloud during the day? Haderech hi ahavat Hashem shezeh tachlit, to show them that the path is the love of God, and that is the purpose.
Right. Follow the cloud of love.
It's like, right. It's beautiful, It's like, it's really to show them the way so they don't get lost. It's to show them the way of how their life should be.
Right.
Their life should be a life of light. I don't know. It's just such a beautiful. Right there, it's I feel fed. The Slonimer just gave me my spiritual vitamin. My dose for the day. It's beautiful. But it does continue. It's also hinted by the fact that it's a pillar of cloud. Why pillar of cloud? Could have been an eagle or something like that. That the Midrash says that the clouds of glory were on the merit of Aaron the priest, Shayoev Shalom, Voev Tabriot, who is known for one who loved peace and loved all people, as it says in Pirkei Avot. So the cloud here symbolizes, we can see even in the text, the clouds are referring to this great quality of peace and love. Veilu laila be'amud esh. But at night, it's a pillar of fire. Be'itim hachashechim avodai leha'ir lahem. Now, this is beautiful. At the times of darkness, the work is to illuminate for them. And now the word leha'ir, otiyot le'ir'ah. If you, this is beautiful. Mm-hmm. If you change the order of the letters in the word leha'ir, you get the word le'ir'ah, which means Birat Hashem de'it din ve'it dayan. In the ir'ah means awe, right? We talked about the service during the night is the service of through awe. Mm-hmm. That we remember that there is order. There is order, and there's a giver of order.
Right. It's not random. We're not moving through randomness.
Right.
There is a universal justice at play.
Yeah.
And there's a judge administering the justice.
That's right.
And we call that God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so that's the idea of yiras. So a person has to be mindful.
Right.
There's a mindfulness.
And that's it's so when things are tough, even if I can, and there's a challenge, I can assume this too has a purpose. There's probably a bigger reason.
Right.
If I can bring myself to that, this really takes like a stepping out of the hole you're in, and going like, all right, this doesn't feel good. It may even feel awful, but there's got to be a greater purpose. Right, and that's the test that's the test of true service and true alignment. As you said, I like the way you framed it before, to be aligned with Ratzon Hashem, to be aligned with God's will. How do we align? The verses in Tehillim, Tzadik Bet, 92, Lehagid Baboker Chasdecha V'Amutcha Baleilot. So it's there's actually a song, right?
We'll sing it later.
Let's sing it later, okay. So to utter your greatness in the morning and my faith in you at night. So this hints to that, at the night, at the time of darkness, that's when we need to draw on whatever faith we can muster.
Right. There's a beautiful. I can't resist.
No, please go for it.
On this idea, lahagi b'boker chasdecha. When things are going great, then I can talk about your chesed because you're being not kind to me.
Yeah.
But at night when things are a little bit dark in my life, then I have to draw on my emunah, on my faith. But the Baal Shem Tov says a beautiful thing. Rav Slonimer brings this down. He says, "Ve'emunah secha b'leilos." So it doesn't say "ve'emunah si b'leilos." I like to speak about your faith in me. In other words, you have such faith. God has faith in me that I can handle. That I can get through this. Because that's why God doesn't send us tests that we can't. He's not one of those cruel teachers you had that puts on the test a question that you didn't. I remember this now. There was always a question that we never went over, never learned, never reviewed, just to give us a little shtuch, But God doesn't do that. No. You're showing your faith in me by presenting me with this challenge.
Yes. I know that you know that I know
that I can handle this.
So continues. In the morning we see God's greatness and generosity and love and compassion, and the quality of that this kind of service is the love of God. At night, at the times of darkness, Hamida, the quality is of faith and trust. Shaz avodah emunah v'irat Hashem de'et din ve'et dayan. Then the quality of one's service or spiritual work is the awe of God, and the knowing that there is an order and there is a purpose. V'yamin shekol zeu me'anagat haboreh, and to know that everything that's coming is part of the greater order, the greater purpose. Shemunah zo mamtika et kol hadinim, and that kind of faith, and this is for me profound, is sweetens the judgments. So just that attitude of I know that there's a greater purpose already mitigates.
Right.
It kind of dulls the edge.
Some people say that, we control nothing.
Mm-hmm.
As people experience life, they come to the realization that we control nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is that our freedom of choice is expressed in our response to our experiences.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically all we can control. We do have control over something, how we choose to respond. And that itself opens up
new
possibilities.
וכלל הדברים שהתכלית היא ללכת יומם ולילה. And the summary of all this is beautiful. That the purpose is to walk day and night, meaning to keep walking day and night, right? בכל המצבים, התפקיד התמיד הוא ללכת. Under all circumstances, the calling, the challenge, is to keep walking. לא לעצר בדרכו. Do not stop. Do not be, do not freeze. Do not be blocked, right? Don't stop the motion. אלא לדעת מה רצון השם ממנו. But to know, and I would say to seek, to search, right? To ask the question, what does God want from me, from a person, in this moment? In this situation, what is wanted from me? And to keep moving forward. שאם יהודי מקבל את הנהגת הבורא באהבה, אף בצר לו, that if a Jew accepts the order of the Creator, circumstances as they are, with love, even at the time when he's troubled, he or she are troubled, אז המידה כנגד מידה, is a like for a like.
Quid pro quo.
Quid pro.
No politics. No
yeah, exactly. All right. We're going to stay where we are.
Right.
So this is quid pro quo is a return in kind, I would say, right? Midah keneged midah is I receive that which I give. Right, I receive what I put out.
As water reflects the face, so one heart to another. That's what Shlomo says. Right, the energy we give out
is what comes back.
Is the energy we're going to get back. So how much more so on a cosmic level, the energy we put out a positive energy during these rough times, and acknowledging what's happening and understanding what's happening. Then the reflection of that,
that's right,
will be that those obstacles will fall away.
That's exactly it. So he says, HaKadosh Baruch Hu mekabel oto ech shu mitneg. The Holy One, blessed be, is responding to you exactly the way you respond to the circumstance. Right? He says, if you accept with love, if you bring love into the situation, ultimately Hashem will respond in kind. And this is how all the judgments, all the harshness is being sweetened. Because this gives the upper realms, this gives so much pleasure when a person מקיים, כאשר יהודי מקיים ללכת יומם ולילה, when a person is fulfilling, is practicing walking day and night.
Yeah.
וזוהי בחינת עבד עברי העובד ביום ובלילה, and this is the meaning of the term a Hebrew slave who works day and night.
Yeah.
עבד עברי לעולם
And
חופשי.
we're like the Hashem. We're serving. We're servants of God.
שבכל המצבים הוא מחפש לקיים את רצון השם הדרש ממנו עתה. In all different situations, a person is only looking to be fulfilling and aligns oneself with the will of the Holy One and what a person is called on at this moment. May we so be blessed.
Amen. Amen. Well, we said the verse we say it on Shabbos a few times from the Shabbos song. Tov l'hodeis Hashem is good to thank God, l'zamer l'shimcha elyon, and to sing to His great name, His holy name, whatever His exalted name. L'hagi b'boker chasdecha ve'emunascha b'leilos, which is the whole theme of the Slonimer. So, as you mentioned, Reb Shlomo Karbach has a beautiful niggin. So that's what. Tov l'hodeis Hashem, Tov l'hodeis Hashem, u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov l'hodeis Hashem, Tov l'hodeis Hashem, u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Le'hagir b'boker chasdecha, ve'emunascha b'leilos. Hagir b'boker chasdecha ve'emunascha b'leilos. Tov l'hodeis Hashem, Tov l'hodeis Hashem, u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Tov l'hodeis Hashem, Tov l'hodeis Hashem, u'lezamer l'shimcha elyon. Everybody. Le'hagir b'boker chasdecha ve'emunascha b'leilos. Let's go. Hagir b'boker chasdecha ve'emunascha b'leilos. Yeah. Cool.
Have an amazing week, everybody, and a good Shabbos when that time comes. Let's keep walking day and night. Let's have Yom HaArichta. Let's have many, many long days and short nights.
Amen. Amen.
Shalom for now.